So this is my sewing studio. To think of what it once was, it was a dilapidated, falling apart shed that was so close to being torn down so we could have extra yard space or turn it into something completely brand new. But with natural life changes like growing a family, we needed that extra space to move all of my sewing studio into. So although it was full of potential, this little shed was disgusting. So I cleaned it out last week, and it actually looks so much better than it did. Still needs a lot of work. We're going to vault the ceilings, replace a lot of this wood, replace the windows, and clean it up, give it a lot of paint, a lot of love, but it's a great space. Right now we just keep extra stuff in here, but it's going to soon be my always uni workspace. To get started renovating the shed, we knew we would only keep the roof, the concrete floor, the arch window, and for the time being, we're gonna keep the door.
All right, progress. This is day like 8 or I don't know, 9, something like that. So these are the old beams, took it out. We added this third window. There was just 2 windows there, so we got new windows. And here it is. Here's Courtney's studio space. Super crazy. Yeah. Yeah, this guy. This is what he's doing. Yeah, so he added these beams. Yeah. Super crazy. We're gonna go ahead and leave this here. This hole's gonna stay. Just kidding. So there used to be a wall right here. Yep, that's where the wall was. Yeah, so. Pretty crazy. Oh, you took the window out, cool.
Yeah, it's gonna go on that side.
There it is, so cute. Cutest little thing. It's gonna go on that side?
Yeah.
Go there and then the light between the door and the...
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, babe?
It's awesome. The shed needed everything from electricity to insulation to heating and cooling, so we repurposed this window unit and closed up the back window. We painted the concrete floors, and admittedly it already needs a new coat of paint because of just the wear and tear that a fresh white coat of paint will take. Although in the beginning I imagined we would just clean up the property and keep a lot of the things, the challenges came when we saw how much disrepair the shed was actually in, and it really just had to be rebuilt. We love how the shed turned out, and it's a beautiful space that I can escape to and work and create things, and I love that we kept what we had and made it into something so beautiful. So here is what the shed looks like now. This is my tea station, and there's not any running water, so I keep this carafe filled with water, and so I can make some tea or drink fresh water throughout the day. And I love this fabric cabinet that I got at Urban Outfitters. It's great quality, and I love the wood tones, how it warms up the space. I knew I wanted to keep the space bright and white because any tools or accessories, furniture that we brought in, I knew could bring that warmth. So having a base layer of the white walls and ceiling and floor has just, I think, really created that grounding space so that everything else that comes in doesn't feel too cluttered in a small space like this. My clothing rack with all of my recent creations and patterns that I'm testing and creating brings a lot of warmth to the space naturally through the colors of the clothes. And I just love that I can see everything right in front of me, and to see piece by piece being added to this clothing rack, I feel like makes this collection that I can draw inspiration from and see how things fit together in a story of what Rooney is and what I'm going to continue to create, and I'm really inspired by it. These shelves and the cabinet below are from Ikea. It's the Besta cabinet, and I think it just creates this vignette of where I can change in and out some things that are inspiring me. Some tools that I'm currently using are printed patterns that we're shipping out, and I just love this little area. I keep my patterns that are cut to size down here organized in these baskets. I've separated them into women's sizing and children's sizing to find everything more easily. This is a Studio McGee for Target chair, and it's very comfortable. I love to sit here and edit videos and journal and draw up new patterns. I keep our original pattern designs in this corner. This is my original industrial sewing machine. It's a Highlead, and I got it at Springfield Leather Co. in Missouri. And it is one of those things that I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of, although it's so large and doesn't get used quite enough. My main sewing machine is the Baby Lock Grace. I received it as a Christmas present from my parents about 10 or 11 years ago. And the serger is also one of my favorites. It was a gift from my friends for my birthday, and it just is all the more special that it was a gift. I like to interchange photos on my wall that will keep me inspired for new designs, color schemes, textures. I love just switching photos in and out that I find on Pinterest or in magazines, and having it in front of me gives me a clearer picture of where we're going as a brand. This is my sewing station. This is where I cut everything, and this is just an Ikea desk with a self-healing mat on top. I love the vaulted ceiling and the beams in the studio and how it just draws your eye upwards and makes the space feel larger than it is. I'm so glad that I got to share the before and after of this shed. I think it's a beautiful reminder that you can take something that's so far gone and distressed and looks like it should be torn down and turn it into something that you actually get to escape to and find respite within. And so I'm so thankful for this workspace, and I'm glad that I got to share it with you today.